guys, I'm Laura Vitale. On this episode of Laura in the Kitchen, I want to share with you, this recipe goes by a lot of names. I call it my cheesy baked spaghetti. It also goes by millionaire spaghetti. Basically, it's spaghetti with like a cream cheese, cream-like mixture that it's tossed in with a sauce of your choice, cheese baked until perfection. It is like comfort food up 10 notches. And I'm thrilled to share this recipe with you because everyone loves it around here. I'm actually making 2 pans of it today. I'm taking this recipe and I'm splitting it between 2 smaller pans instead of a big 9 by 13 because I'm giving one away to my brother-in-law and my sister-in-law because they love it. And it's a great recipe that you can reheat as the week goes on. It freezes well. It's just fantastic. Let's work on the sauce. I've got some ground beef here. You can use meatloaf mixture, all sausage, all ground beef, whatever you want. I've got garlic and basil. I also have here some prepared marinara sauce. Now, I have gotten into the habit of making marinara sauce and keeping it in the freezer in like quart bags, so it's like 4 cups per bag, and I love it because that is enough to make a big batch of something like this, or just to keep on hand throughout the week. But you can use just regular like chopped tomatoes in a can and then go ahead and saute onions and whatnot to make your own marinara sauce. This recipe is extremely versatile. I've got a skillet here with a little oil, and I'm just going to break up the ground beef and let it cook. Looks good, just about fully cooked through. I want to get rid of some of this fat because I don't really need a whole lot of fat here to saute onions or anything in, because remember, my marinara sauce is already done. But if you were, making your own marinara sauce, you'd want to leave a couple tablespoons of fat behind so that you can use it to saute your onions or whatever. But we just don't need it here. Just going to leave a tiniest bit behind. I'm going to grate in some garlic. Recently when I made this, and I shared the process on Instagram if you follow me there, I actually made it using some meatloaf mix that I had in the freezer actually. And I just thawed it and sauteed it just like I'm doing ground beef, but it was my meatball mixture. It had breadcrumbs and eggs and stuff in it. I just didn't feel like rolling out meatballs. And let me tell you, it was so delicious. Absolutely delicious. So if you've got some meatloaf or meatball mixture in the freezer, use it in here. It's so good. We like a lot of garlic, so I went ahead and added that in. I'm just going to let this cook for a minute or so with a pinch of salt just to cook out the raw garlic flavor. Then we add the marinara sauce and then we let it simmer. But I'll bring you back here in just a second. That is great. Really fragrant. Go ahead and add in your marinara sauce. You need about 4 cups. Some fresh vasinigol, fresh basil. Give that a stir. And I'm just going to let this simmer for 10 minutes, which is the perfect amount of time to cook and drain my pasta, which I'm going to go do that right now. I'm going to let this sit here. I'm going to put a splatter screen on it because sometimes the tomato sauce, when it's thick, it sort of bubbles and it gets all over the place. I'm going to leave that for 10 minutes, boil my pasta, drain it, and I'll meet you back here for the next step. Okay, I pound the pasta. I cooked it in really well salted water, drained it, reserved some of that water. Do not rinse your pasta and cook it a couple minutes shy of what the package tells you. So if the package tells you 10 minutes, cook it for 8 because it's going to continue cooking in the oven. Anyway, this is the magical creamy elixir that goes in the middle, in the center here. You've got some sour cream, cream cheese, salted Parmesan, not salted, but like really good Parmigiano Reggiano, and lots of black pepper. Now I'm not adding any salt here because I salted my pasta super well. Your pasta water, as you always should. Now, you're going to put that into your pot here with the hot pasta because it's that heat that's going to really help get everything going. And if you need to add a splash of water just to get your stuff moving and grooving, then you've got some reserved. So get that all in there. It's going to take a minute or so, but it'll be really well worth it. Now, if you were doing this in one pan, I would say get a 9 by 13 inch pan that's been, sprayed or oiled or buttered. I just oil my little pans here. I have 2 because, like I said, I'm going to make 2 smaller ones because one I'm going to give away. And I've got my sauce ready. I've also got some mozzarella and some Parmigiano in that bowl ready for me. Just going to keep going until all the cream cheese is melted. Put a little bit of sauce in the bottom of your dish here. Now I probably have more sauce than you'll need, but I don't like mine dry. I like mine really, really saucy. That's why I do so much sauce. But you know, the world is your pickle. If you want less sauce, do 3 cups. I like it saucy, like a lot of sauce. Not gravy, but sauce. And I'm just gonna take this mixture. Again, I'm just gonna be dividing this in half. Oh, it's gonna be so good. Oh, my mouth is watering. And pop that into your prepared pan. Woo! Get that on top of there like so. Oh, you guys, this is going to be so fantastic. I cannot even tell you how excited I am. If you want to skip the bottom layer of tomato sauce, you can. I just think it's necessary, but you know, again, this is home cooking, okay? You do it how you want it. Don't worry about how I like it. You do it how you want it. I'm just gonna get rid of that one and switch to this baby so I can get every last bit out. Make an even layer on top. And then you need cheese. I like to do mozz, but hey, if you want to do a mixture, by all means, you know? A little bit of this, a little bit of that. My cheese is a little teeny tiny bit partially frozen because that's what I do. When I go and buy a big bag, I put it in resealable bags and pop them in the freezer so nothing goes bad. You might not know this about me, but I've got an obsession with my freezer and a major obsession with like nothing goes to waste. Nothing. Like the rind of my Parmigiano Reggiano, it's gonna go in the freezer so that I can throw it into all of my winter and fall soups and stews. You know what I'm saying? Waste nothing. You buy the best you can and you use it to the last drop. Parmigiano Reggiano. Now one of them I am not gonna bake because I'm gonna wrap it up, bring it to my sister-in-law, and she can bake it tomorrow, pop it into the freezer, whatever her heart desires. This one I'll give to them. This one I'll keep for us. It's gonna go into my oven. I've got it preheated to 350. A size this big will probably take 25 minutes or so. If you're doing a full-blown size, it'll take a good 40 minutes, but I'll show you what it looks like when it's done, and then we let it rest for a bit, then we serve. All right, this was in the oven for 25 minutes, and I've let it set for 20 minutes when it came out of the oven, and you wanna make sure you do that so that you can sort of cut into it a little bit easier. And then it's, you know, it's no different than if you were doing like a lasagna or something like that, you know? You will let that sit too. Now you know the first one out of a square pan is always the most difficult, but look how perfect, okay? Can you even? No, it's hard to get out, but you know what? It's fine, mouth is watering. I can't even speak, my mouth is watering. Oh, I like that edge right there. I'm gonna make a mess out of this, I just know it. But we're just gonna go for it anyway. Lots of layers. Such good comfort food. If only we would have comfort weather. Oh my word. Hot. You're gonna love this. Wow, it's so hot, my eyes are watering. You're gonna love every single bite of this. It is delicious, it's easy, it's creamy, it's so good. Just trust me. Go to laureninthekitchen.com, get the recipe, make it your own. You'll love it. I know you will. Hope you enjoy spending time with me, and I'll see you next time. Bye.